Afternoon, guys. Left it late for coming out today, but you know, it is what it is on a bank holiday Monday. So today, where am I? Well, I'm in the centre of Barnsley practically, and this is Locke Park. Today we're going to have a walk through Locke Park and then down towards Worsbrough Reservoir. Might be easy if I say it in that way. Worsbrough Reservoir. Should be a nice stroll. It's about 6 miles, I think about. So we're not going that way. We're going up there. Beach Grove. Nice old building. See if he moves. Don't think he's got. There we go. Away they go. Fast wee buggers. In finishing Locke Park, so we're going to come out of Locke Park very soon, and then we're going to cross over this main road, which takes down into a public footpath. But we are going to come back into Locke Park, and there's a few things to see and to talk about as I come back round. So there's quite a bit of history about this place. Across at Wortley Hall in the distance. Very nice. You span around, have a look down at the valley. The rapeseed fields. Lovely. One last look at Wortley Hall. Over in distance. Approaching Worsbrough. Just passing the Rob Royd farm shop across the road. Never been in there, didn't even know it was there. It looks like pretty new to me. Well, I was going to park in there. It's on the map, it says it was a parking place, but it looks like it's. I'm glad I didn't. So I think I'd have been struggling to get out because it shuts at 4:30. So we'll follow this road down and then we'll turn off to my right very soon, dropping down into the bottom to Worsbrough Reservoir and Worsbrough Mill. Going to leave the main road now, opposite that beautiful building, across the road, and got down these steps, across this field, down in towards the reservoir. Don't know how far it is down, but it looks like a lovely trek down to the bottom. You can just see the reservoir at the bottom there. A little zoom in for you. Just down at the bottom, so it's not that far down really. I'm looking forward to getting down at the side of a resi. Not been down at the side of one for a while. Should be nice. The weather's not as nice as it was yesterday, but it's right. It's still warm and dry. I don't know what these pits are for. I haven't got a clue. There's a gate over there, and obviously some wire just over there, so they must be fencing this off or something. There's a few more further up. I'm not quite sure what these are for, but it wouldn't be one of my videos recently, would it? We had a couple of them in it. Meh. Well, I've got to say, it just wouldn't be me, would it, if I didn't get on this for a bit. Kendall Green crossing. Obviously, when the TPT goes that direction, that's the main road I'm going on in a second. But came straight across this road from over that direction, where that lady's going jogging, and this would have been the crossing, smack across middle. If we come from that direction between them trees, round about there, straight across, and then straight up that direction. Well, I'm following Havenlands Lane, or Havenlands Lane, for a bit, and then I'm going to cut across to my left. So I'm running parallel at the moment with a TPT, which is up other side of this little trees, but you can't cut across to get to where I need to be, so I'm having to follow the road. Right, I've just left Havenlands Lane, that road there, that green signage. I've just come through that public footpath there, look. I'm just going to head down this path now, down towards the reservoir. I've just come down these beautiful steps to start on the reservoir walk. We're going this direction. Bit of a swamp on that side of me, right hand side, and I can smell it. Smell all this wild garlic as well. But it's a lovely bit of a woodland. See what this sign says. This information board. Worsbrough, Willow Car. If you want to read that, just pause the video and read it. Going over this lovely little bridge. Beautiful wee stream. That stone there, look. How nice is that, I've got to say. And then a boardwalk. I don't like walking on these type of paths. I've not quite got up to the reservoir yet, as yet, but we are at the very back of it, and we're going round the south side of the reservoir up towards Worsbrough Mill, the old water mill there. I don't know what it was for, I'll find out when I get further up. And then we're going to work the way around to the north and then back up from where we've just come, and then veer off another direction. So that's that jogger from not long ago. So it took her long to get round. It's not a massive reservoir, this, to be honest. There's lots of swamps, undergrowth and things. You've got woods and that on one side, and then open fields on the other, which I find that very, very tranquil and very relaxing. That I did this last week or late week before, and I realised if I was going to go round the resi just further back up that trail, and you can see the path that runs across, I'd have gone that direction. But I'm not doing that because I've decided to add something else onto the trail. So I'm going a wee bit further than I remembered that I was going to do, and we're going to go up to Worsbrough village. I completely forgot I'd added this bit onto the trail, to be fair, but never mind, I need the mileage. We're going across that wee bridge very shortly. I just thought I'd have a come down and have a look at this. For a Dean Lynch. Right. How nice is that though? That's beautiful. Nice little memorial for this Dean Lynch. 1972, the same age as me, to 2019. How sad. But I'm not sure what happened to him. Anyway, let's move on. Just come out of the woods at the bottom of there. It's kind of the valley across. I started way up top of that hill, and now I'm going on to cross the very busy Sheffield Road, just down from Bedwell, which is that direction. Through that gap we're going down there. It's to Barnsley. We're going back down to the bottom of the valley very soon. But first, we're going to cross there, through them woods, and into Worsbrough village, the old Worsbrough. They look old. Says me scaling up this banking. That's nice to see. I don't know if you can see him. Used to be. There, look. It's nice to see them back. Didn't see many last year. That's lovely. Let's get up this hill. This banking. Plenty of bluebells. Well, the trail brings you just out up there into this beautiful village of Worsbrough, more or less bang at the side of the church. You've got Edmund's Arms, then you've got the old church, which we're going to have a walk around in a second. I believe that possibly could be the old squirrel. It's like, you know, that looks like an old school building. I don't know if it still is. It possibly could be. And then you've got these beautiful houses. Looking down there, that looks like a lovely pub. I could just sit there. It don't look like it's open. Edmund's Arms. But it's a very old village and a very old church. So walk around the churchyard. I think this is an absolutely stunning church, to be fair. It's really, really old. And I should imagine, yeah, I'd say that was definitely still the squirrel. We've got a rainbow up in the classroom window there. And you can see, I don't know if you can see inside, obviously the school's shut at the moment. You can see the chairs and things. It's definitely the squirrel house, which is obviously connected to the church. It's beautiful. That's nice. Love to see things in bloom. It means spring and summer's definitely on its way. Let's have a walk round and see what we can see. It really is a beautiful village. Full of history. I'll bring you back. I mean, look at that for a stunning view of the church. You can see how old that is. That's possibly one of the oldest churches I've seen still in use. But sadly, I've not seen me mum's relations in here. And obviously part of the old church or something that's been replaced at some point. Showed you that before. How gorgeous. So, time to move on. Just left the beautiful village of Worsbrough. The sun is finally got through properly. It's blaring down, it's really warm. Quite happy about that. Just following this wee path now, back down towards the reservoir, and then walk on the north side, and then back up towards Locke Park. As I speak, the sun's gone behind a cloud. But not to worry, through them woods, down to the bottom. That church up there at Worsbrough is absolutely beautiful, I'd like to say. One of the nicest churches I've seen for a long time. To say it's still in use and how old it is. Now we're going, can get across this road without getting skittled, through that wee gap and down into that wood line at the bottom, which is the reservoir. Let's see if we can get across here and catch it at the other side. How steep are them? To say coming straight off the main road. Down there and then over this wee stile. You just see which size of that wall there. But just down at the bottom of here we have Worsbrough Mill and the first views of the resi. So Worsbrough Mill contains of two mills. It's an old cotton mill, it's 17th century water mill, and a 19th century steam mill. Really nice. Just having a walk around it. Now, I was planning on going down that path and walking round that way, which I may still do. Obviously that's sort of part of the old mill buildings. Or I could walk where that lady's walking with a pram across the top of the damn wall and come out at the far end. It still brings me out at the same place. I may take that path since it's a bit more scenic than walking in a straight line. How lovely is that? Our 17th century mill is powered by water and your donations. Obviously the old mill pond. And a lovely bridge. We'll have a look. I may still take that path outside of that building. Decided to go the scenic route. Got more to see. You see the proper backside of the old mill buildings there, look. You see how old they are now. That's gorgeous. So following this path on the scenic route. Miller's tea room, car park, museum and toilets. And then obviously the reservoir. Transpennine Trail and Wigfield Farm. Well, it's got a nice park for young uns, which is nice. I'm so happy I came down the scenic route because I missed all that. That is lovely. Obviously running from the resi at the top there. But that's beautiful. Now I'm not going on that today. I've just popped up here just to show you this, because that is stunning. An old Victorian bridge, I should have thought. It goes across the railway, the old railway line here. It's towards Siltston, but this is obviously Worsbrough. Beautiful. First proper views of the reservoir here at Worsbrough. Not a massive one. It only goes to that back tree line. Nice wee jetty that they built across front there for fishing, and there's a guy fishing over there. How nice is that? And they've gone. I didn't want to disturb them while they were on that rock. Wickfield Farm and Cafe, unfortunately, it's closed. It shut at 4 o'clock. It's now 5:05. But guess where I am? Just going up this path here outside, up there. And guess what it's led me to? Yes, it's led me onto the TPT, but we're only on here for about 200 yards. And then we're back at that junction again that we were earlier. We're not going, once we get halfway up these fields in front of me, we're going to take a detour to my right and then up towards Ward Green, sorry. So we're not actually going straight back up to Locke Park itself, but we're heading back up here now and then head across to Ward Green before we head back up to Locke Park. Well, I've just come up there, just between the fence and the trees from that farm. More of those pits that I just don't know what they're going to be doing with them. Really don't know what they're doing there. More rapeseed. When I came down earlier, I came down here and came over this stile. But this time, I'm heading on that path. So let's see where this takes me. Just walking through these gorgeous woods, and I've come across this. Oh, dearie me. What a mess. All burnt out bike down there. Supermarket trays. God knows what that is down there. But there's all sorts. I'm not even travelling down there because I don't know what's down there. But I'm going this direction. Get away from that mess. Climb up these steps through these woods towards Ward Green and then back across to Locke Park. Back onto Jean Lane here at Ward Green, and I've got to say it's not the most desirable places in the world to live. We've got a park, a lot of young uns lurking about in it, a few older ones as well. We've just come through them woods down at bottom onto here, and then we're going straight across where it says High Roids and through the estate and then back up to Locke Park. Like I say, it's not the most desirable place in the world, but keep me sent to me said and keep me head down, I'll be alright. Got to say, long time since I've been around here, but this is not a place you want to be walking around, especially on a night time. It's not the nicest of areas. And if anyone's watching who lives in Ward Green, I do apologise, but it really ain't, and I'm sure you'll agree, it's not the nicest place. And you can see in the distance just a wee monument there, and that's in Locke Park. So we're not a million miles, heading for them allotments up on top there. Just heading up towards Worsbrough Common. So the house is there. We're sure walking a little bit through Worsbrough Common. We're not too much, just on the outskirts of it, and then into Locke Park. The Worsbrough Common can be a bit dodgy sometimes, depending whereabouts you are, but I suppose everywhere can be quite a steep climb coming out of there, wide green. But nearly back to Locke Park, and then we'll have a wander around that and then back to the car. Lovely. Locke Park Tower. How nice is that? In 1876 it was announced in the papers that a tower was going to be built. An observatory tower, which is what is at the top there. It was built in 1877. You can't go in, unfortunately, the gates are locked. You used to be able to walk around it. Joseph Locke. Sadly, he died in 1860. But the tower was named after him as the park was donated and given to the people of Barnsley as a recreation area. How nice is that? Locke Tower, or Locke Tower with an E. He was a railway engineer, Joseph Locke. Made a lot of money apparently. Very peaceful now walking through the park as it's getting quite late on in the day. There's still a lot of bands on the main playing area down that area, if I can zoom in for you. There's a lovely park for the kiddies down at the bottom end of the park. Yeah, it's really peaceful. There's not many people about anymore as we're walking back around the park itself, so we've practically got it to ourselves. It's been a stunning day. I've just felt a few spots of rain, but it stopped, so hopefully that won't come. And we're going to have a look at the bandstand next. The bandstand in Locke Park, believe it or not, that was only built in 1986. There was possibly one here before that, but that is actually a grade 2 listed building. Didn't know they listed bandstands, but that is absolutely beautiful. Not sure of the colours, but aye, that'll be used very soon, I should imagine, by bands playing in the park in the summer. But a grade 2 listed building. It was only built in 1986, this one that's standing. How lovely is that? How good is that? This is ace. I do love quirky things. A fairy tale garden. That's a dark crystal, I believe. I'm sure that's the dark crystal. Oh, it's fantastic. That's the only name who's done it though. It says the Green Goblin, but I'm sure they're characters from the Dark Crystal. Could be completely wrong. If anybody knows, drop me a comment. That's fantastic. There you go, the man himself. to Joseph Locke, who donated the park to the people of Barnsley. Top guy. It's an absolutely stunning park as well. Head back up this path. There's a lot more monuments in the park to see. If you just walk around and have a look, there's loads of little quirky things that just keeps poking out at you as you turn a corner. They're like Roman pillars. Things to see, and that'll interest me dad more than out. Hit the bowling. So we're back at the car, we're back at the start. That was absolutely beautiful. Had a cracking afternoon. I'm gonna walk around Locke Park, down Worsbrough Reservoir, and then up to Worsbrough Village and back round again. So absolutely fantastic. So please like and subscribe to our channel, it really helps us out. Remember to keep sharing on all social media sites. Until next time, stay out, keep trekking, trek on, see you later.